Okay, so explain to me one more time what we do it again.
Okay. So we're gonna do the truth or drink.
Okay.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm a little. This is my cousin Chris.
I'm very happy to finally be invited to come here.
So we're gonna play truth or drink today, and I don't know how this is about to go. I'm still because I have to. I guess, other than my sister, so it's let's just take a drink. Okay. Alright. So how this game goes is, okay, do I or have I ever disappointed you?
Yes.
Okay.
But I feel like everyone...
You can drink at any point in time instead of telling the truth.
No, but I feel like everybody disappoints people. Like, we're all human, so I love you. I don't think you're like a fuck up. Can I say that?
No, that's one of the questions,
okay.
actually. No, okay.
Who's the fuck up? Okay, we're just gonna...
I feel like I'm the fuck up.
No.
Because I got my GED.
So?
And...
Before everyone in your class graduated.
And... Yeah. So, I don't know.
I'm gonna call you fuck up. How about that?
Okay.
Who's the better looking sibling?
Okay, so we're siblings. Well, like, this is my cousin, so yeah. We call each other our soul, because we're connected. So, like, who do you think is better looking? If we have to judge each other, like, honestly,
you know. Like, pose or something, or we just...
No, just like, okay, do you think I'm ugly?
No, of course not. You're gorgeous.
I think you're gorgeous, too. I think, maybe... Okay, how many sexual partners have you had? So you can either drink or you can say the truth. But the game is truth or drink. So whatever you do, choose not to disclose. It's none of your business.
I'll drink to it because I just don't really feel like thinking about it. I think this is good. I think these are good questions, actually. What's your definition of a slut, though?
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I think that it's not necessarily a bad thing. Not that people should go like.
I feel like it's an
around,
emotion.
but I feel like there's nothing wrong if you are safe to have sexual experiences. So I mean, you can call it what you want to call it, but you know, everybody's getting some, and if you're not getting some, you probably want some. Just saying.
Okay, you go.
Okay. Which parent do you like better? Why? Which parent do you like better?
Okay,
why?
so I like my aunt better than my dad.
Okay, my aunt would be my mom.
Mm-hmm.
My mom is your aunt, and your dad is my uncle, and they are siblings.
So yeah.
So I love my uncle. I really do. But I love my mama, and if she would have watched this video and I'd say anything other than that, she'd be like, "What the hell?" And it's true though, because I do love my mother more than anyone else on the planet.
Okay. So
Yeah. So why would you say my mom?
Because she's like, I always said that your mom helped me get my GED, and she always like gave me that mentality to kind of just like, you know, go ahead and get stuff done. You know, like that's something that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I did like that, and it's more, you know, my dad challenged me, you know, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like he makes me stronger, you know, like all this stuff. But I guess it's just more like funner with my nana than my dad, because my dad's my dad. He's been my parent.
Right. I can see that.
You know?
Yeah.
So if we're like going like,
and they offer different things, like, or at least in my experience, my mom offered like amazing love to me, but what your dad, my uncle, taught me was about people and about the world and how it operates and how to operate within it. So it was just like more like lesson, you know, and still love, of course, but just in a different kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right.
What's next?
What is my biggest flaw? So if you're talking about me, go ahead, be honest.
Okay.
Like, I want to know.
Your biggest flaw.
Is it like personally or like physically? I guess it can all be like.
No, I'm just gonna tell you, it's not physically because you're gorgeous.
I'm like posing right now.
I know we're supposed to be. So I'm gonna pose as I talk. Your biggest flaw, I think, would be doubt. Because the only reason, if you don't, and this is for anybody, I feel, if you don't have what you want, it's because you haven't gotten it. And if you haven't gotten it yet, it's because you have doubt in yourself. If you're not doubting yourself, then you know you're getting it, even if you don't have it. So,
I think your biggest flaw is doubt. I guess it'll be doubt, you know, or something like that.
Yeah, I would say that's one of my flaws. That's why I probably told you that, because I know it's one of my flaws too. Everybody has doubt.
Yeah, so I think that's what that is. Okay.
So every single question we're exactly the same now still. All right, what's next?
Okay, you want to read that? Okay, if you could change one thing about me, what would it be?
I wouldn't change anything.
Oh, I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
Okay, if I had to change it, like, physically?
Yeah.
Like, if I was just, like...
Okay, shit, all right. I got a little bit of confidence.
Okay.
All right.
So, I don't know.
Well, you can't say that and not know.
I thought
you was ready. What's up? I thought you were thinking about it.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm being straight up. Do I need to drink?
Okay. Oh yeah, because that's the whole game. We should just play like ask each other questions.
Yeah, we can just do that. Do we have a handshake?
No, but we can make one right now.
I don't really want to make one.
Okay. Or not. I just be down. Okay. That's cool too.
That's like, you don't think it's whack?
We ain't got no handshake. I mean, I've never had one.
We had like, what was it? Like, special words? Like, what's it called? Secret words?
Oh, yeah.
Passwords. Passwords, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of loud.
That's good. We can't be telling everybody that because we got a family password.
Yeah.
And y'all can't know it, sorry.
So we have passwords, not handshakes. Anyway, do you love me?
Yes.
Okay.
I always have.
I love you too. Okay. Am I a good cousin?
You're a great cousin. My favorite thing about you right now is your growth spiritually. And I'm a person that I believe that everything has to be in balance. And balance for me means mind, body, and soul. And I'm really proud at how much you progress spiritually as a person, because I think that's just as important as having a nice car or a house or being in a relationship. It's your relationship with yourself, which comes first.
That was a good point. Thank you. You have a platform where you're sitting here.
Ooh, she gave me the platform. Does that mean I have to be an example? Damn.
No.
Maybe you should be like me. This is, you know what? That's what I'm gonna use this platform for. If you think I'm cool, then don't be like me. If you think she cool, don't be like her. Just be yourself. Just be yourself, and you'll attract people and things to you that you truly want, because all day long you just being yourself, which is also the most important thing.
I'm kind of tipsy.
What are you drinking?
Rum.
Okay.
What are you drinking?
Gin. Tanqueray.
They know I like some Tanqueray. That's my drink.
That's how we do it.
I had to. You drinking it straight, huh, too?
Yeah.
This is like sweet, you know?
That's good too, though.
So, what else? Like, okay, what do you want to talk about? I mean, I did my little portion. You were supposed to come with something.
I didn't know I was supposed to come with something. You did not ask me to prepare anything.
So, you forgot this was a platform?
I
asked you to list the questions.
I thought I was just being interviewed. I thought I was coming on the Jasmine show. But okay, I can co-host too. Shit, I'm versatile for real. So let's talk about sex, baby. So we're both celibate.
Okay, so how long have you been
And not
celibate?
because
Ooh, that was a good one. Thank you.
I didn't even know that you were until you told me, and I hadn't really been telling anybody, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, because people just naturally assume that I'm not for some reason, and not
Why
that
do you think that?
Huh?
Why do you think that?
Because I think for the most part, people think that I'm attractive when they meet me, like physically. So they just assume that because I'm an attractive person, that I'm probably having sex with every other possible attractive person that I can meet.
Mm-hmm.
Which, not to say that there was not a time in my life that I did that, but I'm just not doing that right now.
I agree.
Yeah.
I am celibate right now, and I'm newly celibate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like a month, just to be honest and straight up. But it's a decision that I decided to make. I think you're like, what, a year or what?
Yeah, I've been a little bit over a year, which sounds insane. And it wasn't even something that I did because I was like, okay, today I will be celibate. It was just kind of like, I just, like, stopped having sex with people. Like, kind of just because, like, I was just kind of, like, going through a period, especially in my life at that time, where I was just, like, discovering me. And so it was just kind of like a purity kind of thing at first, like, sort of, but it not even like, because I am not calling myself a pure or a perfect person, but it was just like, you know, I was detoxing basically, like people and everything. And then I just like, I decided that like I wanted to be turned on by somebody who I connected to like very, very spiritually and like mentally and not just physically. And I haven't met that person really yet. So, you know.
I decided to do the whole celibacy issue because I just needed to cleanse, like straight up.
Because
like,
it's energy. When you have people like in your energy, you gotta like push that stuff out, you know, and just kind of like recharge yourself, and then you can get somebody. Because I'm not saying that I will not have sex again, because I will, but it's just like, you know, you gotta just sometimes like.
Like that's exactly. I decided to like I started taking vitamins. Like it's like a whole nother, you know, there's a time period. It was my birthday just passed, so I just wanted to kind of just do like a detox.
Right.
I do plan on, you know, of course with the detox, with, you know, taking vitamins, taking care of myself, drinking more water, you know, still enjoying myself, but just like,
because it's body, mind, and soul.
Exactly.
It's all three.
Exactly.
It's just because you're doing one really well does not mean you're in a good place in your life.
Exactly.
And that's any one of them.
Exactly. So that's why I was like reading into like just totally cutting out that, you know, so you can just be focused on yourself. You don't have to have all those energies just affecting your emotions and just everything like
all
that.
All of that, yeah.
So
you have to be selective.
Exactly.
Yeah. And just in life. Question: am I supposed to be looking like in the camera? Because I like sometimes like, you know how you like watch TV shows and they're like, you know, don't look in the camera. And so I'm looking at you, but I'm like, damn, I'm supposed to be connecting like with an audience, or I need some tips.
No, you're like looking at me because we're talking and
okay,
we're talking
because it's
natural,
audience. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, like I have 3 points. I have you, and then I have the mirror behind you, which gives me like a clear view of actually like what you look like, and like the lighting's like perfect and everything.
I haven't even been utilizing the mirror. Let me scoot over a little bit. Damn, so, I didn't even. Oh, this is fun. Okay, cool.
So you can see that.
Okay. Man, I wish I was just seeing this the whole time. Okay. All right.
And so, and then I'm using the camera. I mean, I have bad eyesight, so I really can't even see like.
Okay.
What I really look like.
You look good, girl. I mean, it's a good mirror.
Okay.
All right, so.
Yeah. What else?
What else? What else?
Okay. So. Okay, so today.
I like that reaction.
Have you ever did the 5 love languages?
Yes.
Okay, so what is your number 1 thing?
Touch, physical touch, and affection.
And physical touch and what?
Physical touch is number 1 for me.
Okay, so is the... Okay. And... Okay, so there's acts of service, there's physical touch, there's words of affirmation, there's quality time, and then there's gifts. So... My
first is physical touch. My second is words of affirmation. My third is quality time. My fourth is acts of service. And my fifth is gifts.
So I have so I'm going to tell you mine real quick.
Okay.
Mine is acts of service. It's my number 1 thing. So But I have a question. So I've asked guys the same question, and the number one is always physical touch, and this last one is always gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that? And that's just only interview 3. You being just because I just asked you. What's
up? I think. Okay, I'm gonna go a little deep here on you.
Okay.
I think the masculine is projective and the feminine is receptive. So men like to be touched because they, especially or anyone who has masculine energy, likes to be touched because that is of the physical, and we are in the physical realm. It's the strongest thing that we have, right? Because it's how it's projective. The feminine is receptive, which means women like to feel, right? And when things are done for them, or again, not necessarily just women, but anyone who has feminine energy likes things to be done for them because it makes them feel a certain way, and it is receptive, right? Which is why acts of service and gifts will typically be a little bit higher, I believe, for more feminine energy. Now, for myself personally, I love a gift, and I love somebody to do something for me that shows me that they appreciate me and that they like being around my ass. But if I had to put it in order, I like the physicality more than the emotion.
Okay.
But I still like the emotion. They're like right here. And sometimes it depends on the day. Maybe tomorrow, because I feel like my masculine and feminine energy are pretty like 50-50, honestly. So tomorrow I may want to feel it. So I would, instead of touching me, maybe you need to, go to the stove because I like them gummy bears and I ain't got no more. I mean,
Yeah.
And you might have a sandwich and a little something extra when you get home. You know what I'm saying? But it depends on the day for me. So, but I think that's why you get that more in men who have more masculine energy, is because they're projective, so they want the physical.
Okay. So, I think, so mine is acts of service, and I think that, I only can speak for myself, I think that acts of service is because first I thought that I was just needy. And sometimes I feel like as a woman,
we're all needy.
I know, I get that, but at the same time, I feel like I need you to do what you're supposed to do in order for it to be and it sounds like I'm needy.
No, you have standards, honey. You have standards.
But then, what about that being a sense of being a gold digger?
I mean, you can say what you want. You have standards for yourself. So if you expect someone else to do it, or you do it for yourself, you still have standards. So if you're not doing it for yourself, then that has nothing to do with having standards. Or you are doing it for yourself. It's just standards.
Okay. Well, that kind of makes me feel better, because I felt so I don't know, kind of conflicted a little bit.
Yeah, and again, because I feel like it's all about balance. Like, some of the people, if we're talking about being a gold digger, you're referring to money, and people concentrate so much on the material, physical things in the world of the body, but are you a good friend? Are you a good person emotionally? Can someone count on you? You know what I'm saying? Are you spiritually evolved? Are you, are you growing inside? There's so much more. So if you offer someone emotional support and spiritual support, then perhaps they offer you material support or not, but there's nothing wrong with having standards, whether you do them for yourself or whether someone else does.
So I would say for physical touch, I don't remember what order mine was in, and I'm recording on my phone, but this is the list that I wrote. Excuse me.
Yeah.
This is the list that I wrote when I was looking.
I think it's important to know too.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, with these guys that you're asking this to, are you having them take the test themselves, or are you asking them the questions?
I'm asking the questions.
How does that go? Because I know most guys, if they'd ever heard this before, they'd be like, what? Like, why you, what?
So I've asked two
I like
different
both.
types of people. I've asked two different types of people. One
Uh-huh.
was like, of course, when I was asking the questions, because they're like very like kind of like crazy. Like they're not crazy questions. They're just sentimental questions. It's
Right.
like, would you rather have your hand hold or would you rather have a compliment?
But guys are like, oh, it's too
I
emotional.
want both.
I'm
Like-
scared.
Okay,
Right.
so like one of the people, I asked him the questions, and sometimes I had to read them over, and he answered the questions like without a problem.
Uh-huh.
Without a problem, he was just like, okay, this one, this one, this one, this
Right.
one, this one, and then the other one, of course, you know, he was not really in tune. You know, he had like other
Like he had
people.
comprehension problems, or he wasn't feeling it.
Like he had comprehension problems, but he was feeling it, but he wasn't feeling it. I mean, he really
Okay.
didn't care. He was just doing whatever I say.
Okay, gotcha. Just because he wanted to be on the phone with you.
Cause yeah, whatever.
Right.
So yeah, and but both of them was like physical
touch.
Physical touch as the first one, and
Right.
gifts being the last one. But they also, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like are wealthy. I would say, well, self-sufficient
Right.
on their own, good
Right.
job,
And
very flashy.
right, and that doesn't mean that they don't want gifts, because they really do want gifts. They do, but they put it so low because they have the ability to give
Get it there. That's so
to give
good.
it, right? I'm very self-sufficient. Like, I can buy myself lots of things, you know, but I still will accept a gift. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's nice. It's nice, you know? Do I want you to touch me? Yes, you know, because that's how I feel
But I want a
today.
gift.
But I would love a gift. Or I would love you to give me some sort of act of service.
Yes,
you know?
flowers.
Right, exactly.
A note. Can you
Yeah.
write on a piece of paper and give it
Exactly.
to me and didn't even tell me you had a note for me?
Right.
Like,
Right, exactly. Folded, like, get somebody to fold it
Yeah,
like origami,
and
like
then
back in the day.
here's a gift.
I'm like, oh shit, damn, you took me back. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I think I am gonna feel that way tomorrow now. Thanks, Jess.
So quality time. Do you feel like it's very important to have like quality time with somebody?
Yes, I think it is important, and I think quality is more important than quantity, because I have spent like some very, very like special moments with people that like I will never forget. And no matter how much I'm around one person or several people again, as far as quantity of time is considered, like those moments will be like very, very special. You know what I mean? So I'm all about quality time for sure, and I think it's important. But if you're spending a lot of time around someone, I think it's important to have those quality times.
Yeah.
Not just, oh, we always together, so we might as well be together. No. You know,
Yeah.
how are, you know, what makes this experience of quality? You know?
I think quality time for me is like, it's important, but I easily get very annoyed. So,
You
It's
kind of
like-
mean, but it's okay.
am I mean?
Yeah, but I think in the perfect amount. The amount
As
where
she takes-
where people, no, I think the amount where people are like, let me not really fuck with her because like she ain't gonna have that shit. I can't like walk all over her. You know what I mean? And I don't mean fuck with her like not in that way. So okay, first I'm
See?
I'm old.
I am.
I'm old.
Because I'm
So-
like ready for
No,
whatever,
I'm
you
old.
know?
I'm a little old. I'm older than you are, honey. So when we used to say fuck with her, that means like mess over somebody, or like, you know what I mean? Not like the opposite of what it means now, which is like be cool with somebody. So back in my day, when somebody said I don't fuck with you, that was kind of like I'm not gonna mess with you. I'm not gonna like go out of my way to like do something to harm you. That's what I mean by this. So I feel like people can sense that I don't like let me not fuck with Jasmine because, you know, she's not gonna let people run over her.
I didn't think that. Dang, that is kind of mean.
What you mean?
I don't want to be like that. I'm sorry.
You should be like that. That's
No, I
As-
don't want to be that mean. Like
I don't
they
think you're
just,
that
like,
mean. I think you don't come off as somebody who can be run over, which is a good
I
thing.
didn't think
As
that.
someone who loves you and you're out in the world and I want you to be safe and protected, like I'm glad people get that from you because I don't want nobody fucking with you. So that's a good thing in my eyes.
But because I've been ran over, so I thought, you know.
Well, sometimes people do it anyway. They do, but I feel like less people done it because they like let me not fuck with Jazz, and you shouldn't because the Simons will come after your ass.
For real. Do you think Simons
Like,
are crazy?
it's a
Do you
tribe.
think the Simons are crazy?
I think everybody's crazy. Everybody has their own kind of crazy. Everybody in the world got some crazy. It's just a different kind of crazy than other people. Or maybe only crazy people say that. Speak what you expect.
So what advice, because I know that you're very like into like your energy and like making everything just so relaxing and so calming, like
just balance.
Like, that is so
yeah,
good.
Just balance.
Like I'm trying to like take that on and just, you know, relax myself and not really just be in like,
it's a struggle. You gotta think of it.
Like you've said many like important points to this.
You have to think of it like this. It's a battle every day, and by battle I mean it's like taking care of your body. You know, if you drink water and you eat the right foods and you have physical activity, that you will have a very healthy body. It's the same for like me spiritually, and I think all of us spiritually. Like, so like you just have to take the measures to be like spiritually centered enough so that you can have peace within your soul and within your body and within your life, you know. But it's an everyday thing. Like sometimes I do want to like pop off, you know, and sometimes I'm just like, you know what, let me keep it cool and calm it down and understand that things are much larger than just the day-to-day circumstances of what we go through.
That's good. Okay.
But I do believe in speaking what you want into existence, and that our word is very, very powerful.
Yeah. That's just, you're right. Because I was just looking at my notes. And it was like, find peace in the Lord. Don't try to replace things without God. Live in peace. Peace under pressure. Understanding. So.
I think Erykah Badu said it the best.
What she say?
She said... What she said?
What did she say? Because she be making a lot of points.
I had it, but I forgot because it was in a song.
She be making a lot of points.
She makes a lot of points. She does make a lot of points. Yes. Oh, but she said, if we're the children of God, then call us by our names.
Yeah. How you go?
What song is that? Damn, what song is that? We got to listen to it now. Because I got it on my...
Get your phone.
My phone is probably dead. It was on like 7% like an hour ago. I don't even know where it is.
Yeah.
I'm like with everybody that I really love, except for my mama. She's not here, but I wish she was. And Dale, what's up?
You think Nana watches my channel?
Probably. She's gonna watch this video.
Okay.
I'm sure she does.
Please like and subscribe at this moment. You know, you can just go ahead and just hit
where it be at? Like, where's the, because they always like, is it over there? Is it over here?
I don't know.
It's right here? Is it in front of the Tanqueray?
Wait.
So, okay, let me ask you. Is it like mirrored? Like when we're recording, is it going to play back mirrored like this or reversed?
It's going to play mirrored.
It's going to play mirrored. So, it's normally... Damn, this is why they always
right
be
here?
thinking real hard.
It's not right here.
I thought it was like up there. It's not like right here? Okay.
But no, okay, whatever, you know, just hit the subscribe button and then put the little bell, because I will be posting like a whole bunch of videos, like real talk, whether you're going to be here as one of my viewers because I do need the content, or whether I'll be doing challenges that you're going to probably tell me what to do, or you may see somebody else that you know or somebody that you don't know give me a video idea, and that's just what's about to happen. I'm also going to do probably like makeup tutorials, me talking,
You want to
vlogging.
teach me how to do my makeup?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
As soon as I finish how to do my makeup.
Am I looking busted?
No, I don't think so.
No, I'm just playing.
I think you look really good. Okay, so like, do you have makeup on?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what do you have done?
The first thing that I started doing as far as makeup was my eyebrows, and that was like 10 years ago, just to kind of like, I have like pretty thick eyebrows, but I wanted like, I don't know, I was greedy, I wanted more, I think. And so like I use, I do my eyebrows to make them like look good, like a little thicker than what they are.
Yeah, like you can't probably tell, but my eyebrows are like super thin. Like Chloe eyebrows are bigger than mine. If you've seen that, sister does my makeup or whatever.
Yeah, I love that video. That's
yeah,
cool.
like I wish I had like thick eyebrows like that because it's just...
I think I don't think you need really much thicker.
I think
Probably
it would just
I think
look
you're perfect.
cute.
But I mean, it'd be
It
something
was
to
just
play
like
with.
natural.
So,
like it'll go with my hair. It'll go with like everything.
But
you know,
don't
just,
don't get too crazy and go and do it too much. Because one time my mom asked me to do her eyebrows because she was like, "Chris, your eyebrows always look so good. Why don't you do mine?" And it was like I gave her like the exact same eyebrow that I have on her face, basically, and it did not look good.
Yeah, I probably have to look at that. Because
So,
there's this girl that I
different,
watch.
yes, face
Her eyebrows
shapes.
are your shape.
Yeah.
Like your shape, and then she has like big curly natural hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw that look, and I was just like, okay, yeah. Like I like that. You know what I'm saying?
But it may work only with her face, or it can work with your face too. You never know, but you just gotta try it.
Yeah, you're right.
Because not every eyebrow is good on every person, and this is the only one I know how to do. So like, if somebody was like, "Oh, do my eyebrows," I'll be like, "You getting this one right here? You ready?" Like, bam, there you go.
I got you.
You're welcome. Got you. You said.
They're like, what?
You got the man brow. So,
okay. Yeah. So
that and
what kind of foundation?
It's Bobbi Brown. So I went to I didn't start wearing makeup probably like on my face aside from my eyebrows that I've been doing forever.
That's a good brand.
Until it's very good. It's like
especially for black people.
Yeah, and I don't have to wear like a lot, but I wear enough to like cover my skin. But I think it matches. Probably not under here because I put it under there. But it matches my skin tone really well because I have these kind of whatever the guy told me to get. I just got and he hooked me up. So shout out to the guy who was helping me with my makeup that time. I don't remember his name, but you were fucking awesome.
That's
so,
good. So I use like I might switch off MAC. I'm about to go straight back to drugstore.
Yeah. Why don't you pass by Sephora?
I've been there, done
really?
that.
I've only seen it because I've only had good experiences so far. So like, what's your?
It's good.
What's the problem?
The problem is that once you constantly doing your makeup every single day, if you have a job and you're an entrepreneur, then yes, you can afford something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you have such of a status where you need to have the finest things. You're working with those brands already anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just like on that level, that's how I'm thinking or whatever. But for right now, I feel like if I am going to continue to do these YouTube videos, then I need something that's, I can't waste basically product.
Okay.
Because there's going to be nights where I'm just doing like a makeup look,
Right.
And then washing it off after I finish just to film some footage.
Right. Okay. I see what you're saying. Would you ever date a guy who wears makeup? What if, like, not if it was just
What's
like...
the question?
That was the answer. Okay.
No, I'm asking you, like, why? Because I'm the female. I'm the girly girl. You don't need to do anything.
Okay.
Okay?
So
and maybe that's just me. Now,
Okay.
I did date a guy that was open to getting facials, and whenever he did get his hair cut,
okay.
whenever he did get his hair cut, he did let them shape his eyebrows. And also that, he was very feminine. He had very feminine ways.
Okay.
And, I mean, that didn't last, obviously. So...
So you wouldn't want your man to ever get a facial and get his eyebrows done?
I mean, unless I tell him to do it.
Okay. All right. I gotta respect that. Cool.
Because I totally want to go to, like, the nail salon and, like, have you get your feet done.
Okay. So you don't want him to have, like, the honkers, like, on the feet.
So it's, like, it depends on what,
Whatever
like,
you're comfortable with?
Yeah, just whatever I'm comfortable with. Because I may need a boyfriend to do the makeup tag, and I'm going to do a full face. And I may even go on my way to get this right shade foundation and everything to make sure that if I'm really doing it right. You know what I'm saying? It's just whatever I'm feeling.
Okay, I got you. I feel that. That's cool. Well, like I said, I do wear makeup. And I really...
So do you like a guy that wears makeup?
I wouldn't mind, but it's... I wouldn't mind a guy that wears makeup. Especially if it's something that I find attractive, like if it makes his skin look nicer, or if it, if it depends on what he's doing. So I wouldn't mind it. I don't wear a lot, but I wear, enough to make myself, I feel, look like a pharaoh. 369 on Instagram. That's my first time I ever did that. Did I do a good one?
Yeah.
So, that's that.
Okay.
What else?
So.
I had a drink, girl. But I want to keep going. wish I'd had like, where's the room service?
When you need kids.
Right? When I was a kid, it was like, Chris, you gotta like come running. Because if you say, huh, they just don't say nothing, which means bring your ass here.
And what did you do?
Yes.
Okay. So you want to take a break and then come back? Or you want to keep going?
Yeah, let's get another drink and then come back.
Okay, so you want to like take like 5 minutes or like?
I'm just saying, like, let's get, like, real quick.
I need
I'm
a break. I need a break.
You need a break?
No, I need a break.
You need a break? She's a brick
House.
house. Hey. She's mighty, letting it all hang out.
No, Lord
She's
Jesus.
a brick. Hey, okay, so yeah, let's take a break.